Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this white woman's video saying that she would not apologize to black people. Nobody's asking for your apology. Black people do not need your apology. So that apology you wanted to give, just shove it in your throats and swallow water, right? Let me tell you something. Majority of white women are the cause of their problems. And if you are people that support this kind of woman and all that, or if you are following her and you are a white woman, because I know black people do not follow her, please leave my channel. You are not my supporter. You don't support me. And I am not asking for views either. I'm not asking for subscriber. I'm not asking for view. Yes, you can leave. Now, let me tell you something. I understand how jealous some people could be. I understand some people could be obsessed, but this particular one, what is showing is that I am just obsessed and I am baiting. But I want to ask you something. For how long do you want to bait with black people, or how long do you think this is going to last? Because from what I can see, you might not be able to get any brand deal. Number one, you might not be able to work in corporate office. So you will be going from one social media platform to another. And at some point, it's going to get old and people would not want to even be with you. The only thing that you guys know how to make money with black people, black women, black men, leave black people alone. And the fact that you have a black child tells a lot. You are such a horrible parent. Let's get into this video.
So, the answer is yes. For all of y'all who are asking me, have I seen this troglodytic translucent glowworm, snow roach, snow rat hybrid, escapee from the Caucasus Mountain, voluntary glizzy swallower of her brother's 3 inches? The answer is yes. I've seen this hyperallergenic to the sun individual in their black face. Like, what did we expect? She's the same girl who was fired from her job for getting on social media and using the N word. Blackface? That's the next natural progression for them. But let's be realistic. If you were hyperallergenic to the sun and you looked like this, you would want to be a black woman also. She's just trying to live her best life in her fantasy. And I see a lot of you all addressing the fact that she did blackface. But let me tell you something. Blackface wasn't the most egregious thing she did this weekend. She actually shared a truism with us that I want you all to understand, that this is who maggots really are. And it's why they are all pieces of shit, and I won't be turning down my rhetoric against any of them. Because here's the truth.
To live in a country that is ours again. And that's what I mean when I say I want America to be great again. And the way we achieve that is that we start actually putting America and Americans first. First of all, we have to start by identifying who the American people are. This country was founded on white Christian people and on white Christian values. And that is who I care about. And that is what our politicians should care about. They should care about those people. They should pander to those people.
See, this Crypt Keeper has defined for us exactly what they mean when they say make America great again. They mean some fantasy time when white people like her built this country. That's the fantasy they're going to live in. Listen, they tell you who they are. While you all are talking about making nice and meeting them halfway, they tell you who they are. Because she said the following about why she chose to do blackface on her podcast.
Halloween, as many people know. And I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and
See, here's the thing. Black women live rent-free in these snow roaches, snow rabbit hybrids heads. That's why they speak on them so much. Because if she was really wanting to be afraid of somebody on SNAP benefits and dress as them for Halloween, she could have just went like this. And if you know, then you know. Because we are certain of one thing. She likes a certain anatomy of black people. I wonder how her baby daddy is doing. Now, here's the thing. When her family has to do like Charlie Kirk's family and use one of these Ouija boards to contact their loved one, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what you have to say about what we feel about it. She doing blackface. I want to hear it. If we start playing Martha and the Vandellas and dancing in the streets, my advice for you, if you feel some kind of way about that, is to steer clear. Because I heard there are a lot of Ouija boards out there. Just saying. And I said what I said. This is not the airport. You don't have to announce your departure or your arrival. Now, y'all have the day you deserve. And get to calling.
Hey, because I had a recommendation, and I want to talk about how minstrel shows and white American culture does not exist without the racism and bigotry towards black people in America. Before we get into it, when I asked years ago, what is white culture? Many of you said, well, there's Irish, Italian, British, Scottish, and so many and so on. That is European culture. In America, those groups of people have been blended underneath one race, and it is considered the white race in this country. What is white American culture? This is white American culture. This is Lily Gaddis. Lily Gaddis decided that she was going to put on blackface in her podcast and dress up like a black woman, so to speak, and her interpretation, and decide that she was going to talk about how we're angry about losing our EBT and all this other stuff, all kinds of stereotypes, right? And you would think this is something new and cause us to be angry and all this other stuff. No, girl, no. We know y'all. We've been living in y'all head for rent free since the 1800s. Insert my book recommendation, The African Americans Many Rivers to Cross by Henry Louis Gates, which has a documentary to go along with it. So let's talk about how Black Americans have been living in white Americans who are racist bigots heads for free since the 1800s. And that includes Lily Gaddis and her ancestors. These people would use ads to sell products and create newspaper clippings to justify the stereotypes of what Black Americans were like in this country and how we were uncivilized, and without being underneath a white superior individual, we could not exist on our own. They even went as far as to paint their skin as white to say that Black people were trying to be white to be more acceptable. It's a great chapter starting on page 160, and I highly recommend that you read it. But I find it interesting that Lily Gaddis that decided that this was going to be her thing for Halloween. We knew it was coming. Some idiot was going to do it. But it reminds you a few things. White women were always complicit in the racism and bigotry throughout this country. They were not innocent. They were complicit in the disenfranchisement of Black people in this country. And Lily Gaddis is an example of that type of white woman. It also reminds us that there are many who would like to claim that Black people are playing the race card. Who invented race in this country? Who created the separation of people by skin color in this country? Because it sure wasn't Black people. Furthermore, all of the stereotypes that they come up with just goes to show you that they don't know anything about Black people. And everything that they do is from media of any form. They are not in community with Black people. They know nothing about us. And then will deny their privilege, their existence in this country, and how there's disenfranchisement for anybody who is not a white person in this country. Lastly, I want to know, how does it feel to live rent-free in someone's head for centuries? Like, how is it that Black people have lived rent-free in racist bigots' heads for centuries? They have passed their hatred down for centuries to their children, to their children's children. And you end up with a Lily Gaddis in 2025. Her existence wouldn't matter if she didn't have hatred towards Black people. The epigenetics is epigeneticking. I hope you made your Uncle Daddy proud.
The most horrifying thing is a black woman who is angry about her EBT. This is your excuse, not your apology, your excuse for why you came on stream with a black face. You said people are dressing up as Satan and all these horrible things, but this is what you consider to be one of the most horrible things, is a black woman looking for her EBT and complaining about not having money. This is that Lily Gaddis, and people are in the comments praising her. They're praising her for what she did. And are you aware that people on EBT come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and backgrounds? So to me, this isn't just a costume. This isn't just, oh, I'm going to poke fun at black women. This is straight up racism. This is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. This is racism. And the people in the comments that are supporting it and pro creator, this Lily girl, what the hell? How are so many people so openly racist and so openly hateful and have no problem just leaving those comments or praising this person? Oh, I'm so
Welcome back to the show. So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of.
I'm thinking The Grudge, The Ring Girl, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise.
Which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate.
Yeah, she dressed up as a black woman, blackface and all, and the complete display of racism, disrespect, and disgusting stereotype made me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna show you a small clip, but I will warn you.
I was gonna get some chicken, and I was also gonna get some watermelon, but also I got my nails. I got my nails did too. I'm like, bitch, you're in our culture. You're a fucking Jeet in our culture. She's literally in our country. The Jeets are in our country. So you picked cotton for a few years and you've just been destroying the country that we built for the rest of the time.
She has a huge following on many social media platforms. How can people support this?
So I just saw clips of that Pe0ple's lady who did full blackface as her Halloween costume and said that she was dressed as a black woman because that's the scariest thing that she could think of. I'm not going to say her name or post the clips because that is what she wants and I refuse to give her what she wants. But I wanted to point out one of the things that she said while she was dressed in blackface because I thought it was really interesting. She said that she had planned to go to KFC, but by the time she remembered that she wanted to do that, she was already dressed in blackface, and so she didn't think that it was a smart idea to go out in public like that. That tells me everything that I need to know. This woman wants to be Charlie Kirk reincarnated. She wants to be a professional rage baiter, but will that ever really happen for her? Did Ben and JLo's marriage last? Because it's the same. I fear the only thing scary is her. Let's be so for real. She would never do this with her chest. She said herself it was not smart for her to go in public looking like that because she knows the second she steps outside in full blackface, a fade would immediately be caught. And I'm not condoning violence. However, I'm not going to act like for some people, violence isn't the answer. Violence is the question. And the answer is yes. So she sits from the comfort of her parents' home attempting to rage bait for clicks and clout, but what she fails to realize is that no matter how racist she is, no matter how much she tries to appeal to a certain demographic, she is a she. You think they're going to follow a woman? Right. Never mind the fact that when she first went viral a year and a half ago, they found out that she has a biracial child and threw her out like the piece of trash that she is. This woman wants to be a professional rage baiter from home. Don't give her the satisfaction. If you're going to rage bait, come outside and do it. Because I'm trying to see something. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
I never get on TikTok and post anything serious. I always do my anime and that's it. But I seen something, I guess some lady, Lily, who had blackface, very racial person, talks about the scariest thing is a black woman, but yet white women wear braids, they wear extensions, they wear weaves, they wear long nails, they love black men, and quite frankly, you have a child by a black man, which means his mother is black, which means your baby grandmother is black. So you have all this to say about black women, but yet you're with a black man, have a child by a black man, and his grandmother is black. If you want that white American, go get with a white man. Why are you with a black one? It bothers me how much people hate black women and talk about us, but yet they love the culture. Love the culture. People like you make me sick. So sick. Because you really need to look in the mirror and really, really ask yourself, if you want the world to be white, which it would never be white, no matter how hard y'all try, because y'all women love black men. So it would never be white, because your babies will be considered black due to the one drop rule. I don't get it. I don't get it. That shit pissed me the fuck off when I seen what she said and what she did. It really pissed
Here is a message from Lily Gaddis in blackface.
What? Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time, and yet you wear massive hoop earrings, you wear weaves in your hair, you wear fake eyelashes, you wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay? So let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. Listen up. A black woman is speaking.
Alright, now let's dissect this. Look at that face. I know it's hard, but get a good look at it. That face is the definition of a cry for help. This entire video was aimed at black women. Really, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Black women don't give a fuck about you. Black women don't care about a Lily Gaddis. Yes, I've seen people say, don't say her name, don't say her name, don't give her a platform. But I'm gonna say her name and I'm gonna give her a platform. Because clearly she desperately needs it. This showed a cry for help, desperation, and obsession. Just listen to the details she has. Whether accurate or not, you could tell it's from an observer who watches black women nonstop. You could say even tries to study black women. But you hate black women. How's that work? You've propped yourself up in front of a mic and camera and tried your best to make your skin that of a black woman's. Terrible job, I might add. Meanwhile, you're the mother to a biracial child. I'm not here to argue whether the child is black, Indian, or Latino. Y'all can do that in the comments. But on top of being obsessive and desperate, Lily Gaddis has single-handedly showed us how sad it is to be racist. Black women ain't even your target audience, ain't never gonna be your target audience. And I wouldn't blame any black woman for seeing this and thinking you were a scary monster from Halloween. But the next time Lily Gaddis has a public cry for help, desperation, and obsession of black people, please don't tag me because I don't care about none she got going on. Black women, you are beautiful. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
So this racist ass white woman named Lily Gaddis decided to do blackface on Halloween, and on her YouTube channel she has a video titled "I Will Not Apologize." Okay, that's fine. But just imagine in a time where a lot of white people are actually suffering because of what the current administration is doing, and instead of focusing on, white folks and what they can do to help each other, they want to focus on black people. I just find that quite hilarious. And here's my thing. She wants to talk about black women this and black women that, but yet a lot of white women try to copy black women. You go make adjustments to your body to try to look like a natural black woman, what she already has. Especially when it comes to getting some lips. Okay? Especially when it comes to getting some lips. Now, what white people ought to be doing is focusing more on their own community instead of worried about the black community. Because a certain individual went around, talking about black folks, and yet it was his own that took him out, aka Charlie Kirk. Okay? I'm just saying. It's like, y'all gotta leave black women alone. You don't like that they wear weave, and it's not all of them, but if you don't like that they wear weave, then okay, they can do what they want to do with their head, their hair, whatever. How does that affect you? How does that affect policy? How does that affect the white farmers and them struggling? How does that affect government assistance? How does that affect you? But yet they always find something to talk about when it comes to our community. Leave our group of women alone. Leave black people alone and focus on your own damn people. Because y'all are the ones who's being affected the most right now. Okay? Do that. That's your biggest priority. Lily Gaddis. Miss me with this.
Every year around Halloween, white folks prove that they have an unhealthy obsession with black folks, no matter how much they try to deny it or say that they hate us and wish that we would just leave them alone. Every year, bruh. Every single year. And every single time they do it, they have to backtrack and backpedal and make these bullshit apologies. Everybody's talking about Lily Gaddis right now, but I want to bring a little bit of attention to somebody that posted themselves in blackface saying, the only thing I want for Halloween is EBT. Very unfunny, I know, but what is funny about this whole situation is that she got a real problem with picking up that glass dick and smoking it. Also has a few major bruises on her wrist and on her neck. But she claims that she fell into a door. I don't know what kind of door she got in her crib that looks like it could just get up, grow arms, and body slam her. Hit her with a cool little DDT. Look like you got a real problem with a white man putting his hands on you. Also, a lot of people noticing that her frontal looked fake. As if that white man I was speaking about earlier ripped the frontal off. You know what I'm saying? But black folks are the problem. Like you have a real problem with black folks and EBT. Worry about that white man that's beating the brakes off you. And what's crazy is she's doing OnlyFans videos in blackface, which further shows that these people have a sick obsession with black folks. I don't understand it. Like, how do you hate us so much, yet you have such a crazy obsession and need for us to be in your lives in some way, shape?
So we've gotten through another Halloween in America, and, everybody knows, like, every year, somebody is going to go over the top, and just do something so fucking offensive, right? This year, it's this lady right here who said she wanted to dress up as the most horrible thing that she could think of. This was her Halloween costume. The most horrifying thing she can think of, a black woman. Meet Lily Gaddis, a MAGA influencer and one of the most vile human beings that you've ever met, obviously. But it gets worse, believe it or not. She didn't just dress up like a black woman as an insult. She then took it further and did a live stream on her show to millions of her followers, where she rationalized exactly why she was doing it. Take a listen. This is the right in America. MAGA.
Watch out. And which is destroy the country, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that they're
First, before they try to ban my account, entertaining purpose only. But anyway, I'm tired of hearing these YTs talking about this food stamp. Excuse me. First of all, y'all the majority ones that's on it. Second of all, it was made for y'all because black females didn't want to be your slaves anymore. They didn't want to take care of your house. They didn't want to breastfeed your babies. We got tired of that. After the slavery, we got tired of still being a slave, which we still is now. But anyway, the other is I'm trying to word this stuff without getting banned because I'm so over y'all YTs acting like this is y'all country. It's not your fucking country. You can't discover something that was already discovered, dummy. And y'all said in y'all history when he came to the land. It was people already here. So how the fuck he discovered something that never was lost? And then thirdly, if you notice, y'all like a plague. Everywhere y'all go and touch, you destroy. You don't have no culture. Try to be like us, act like us, walk like us, talk like us, and then tell us we ain't hitting on nothing, and that we ain't nothing. But you try to be so much like us and try to make us hate ourselves so much, so y'all can steal from us, continue to steal from us. You got to understand, we're not our ancestors no more. We're not. So all that you doing, make sure you keep that same energy when you run into one of my cousins now. We're not our ancestors. You know, I take that back. We are our ancestors and more. That's what y'all hate. We got to stop saying we're not our ancestors, because when we say we're not our ancestors, we forget our history. We forget our past. We forget what happened. We try to act like that never happened. Damn that, 2 tears in the bucket and fuck it. I want to remember. I want to say it happened. And who's to say maybe it's y'all time to reap what your ancestors sown. Do as you want with this message. But no, just keep that same energy when you need us.
This message is for Lily Gaddis, and Lily Gaddis only. If you're not Lily Gaddis, keep scrolling. I'm peacefully scrolling through TikTok and I come across this. Here's the gag. This is what she really looks like. Hold up. Why are we dressing in blackface in the year 2025? You want to know what her reasoning was? She said because just like people dress like Satan and dress like witches and every other horrible thing under the sun, she decided that she was going to dress like the most horrible thing that she could think of, which was a black woman. The one that's mad that her EBT card's been declined. So listen, I don't know if this was race baiting or whatever it was. Lily Gaddis, whatever little podcast you're running, I couldn't even find her TikTok page, so I don't know if she actually has a following or if she's just trying to come up. But that is one of the most disgusting Halloween costumes I've ever seen in my life. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Welcome back to the show. So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate.
This is all I got from this video. The truth is that the obsession is too much. I mean, if it's not obsession, what can it be? Obsession, jealousy, and all that. Because tell me how a full-grown woman, because man, I don't understand white people on a serious note. And if you are a white woman following me here, and this is what you support, you are not supposed to be on my page. On a serious note, if this kind of person is who you support or who you like to watch or something, please hit the unfollow button. I am not looking for followers. On a serious note, because this is disgusting in every shade. In every shade. Some of them do not understand the implications of what they are doing, not until it is laid. Trust me, the way things are going, she might actually not be able to get a great job and she will continue to bait for life. And one thing with baiting is that she might bait for a while, get views, but she won't be able to get views anymore because we already know. I mean, she didn't even cook. On a serious note, we are not asking you for apology, and you do not have to apologize, because I heard her saying that she is not going to. Nobody's asking you for apology. To apologize. Black people also will not even accept your apology. So keep that apology to yourself or shove it in your throat. It's as simple as that. Do you? Black people do not care. But one thing I want to tell you is that, when people hate so much, they become old. And I feel like she's a young woman, but she's already looking old. She's aging. Black people age gracefully, right? But she is, how, like, perishable. It is not given. Look for something else. I absolutely love how black people, I know it's disgusting, it's disgraceful too. And by the time life turns really bad for her, she starts saying that black people probably stopped her from working, or, reported her so she won't work forever and ever. With this kind of behavior you have, trust me, nobody would want, not even a brand would want to work with you. And the truth is that some of them, I am seeing Charlie Kirk's Avenger, Charlie's goddaughter. Are you guys okay? So you can't even wake up and create something for yourself. You guys are learning from the one that just passed away, that you and I knew how he passed. Trust me, you guys cannot even do any better. You better pack up, because nemesis will eventually caught up with you. And please, before I go, leave black women out of your mouth. They are not your mates. They are not your mates. Even a baby of today is not your mate. Leave black people out of your BS. And if you think you have that strength, come outside. Come outside. You have strength. Oh, you wanted to go to KFC to buy chicken, right? But then you found out that it's a bad idea because you already wore your blackface. Man, you guys can do better. You can be anything, but you cannot be a black woman. I said what I said. You might be a peacock, you might be a chicken, you might be a rabbit. Madam, you cannot be a black woman. Their grace is way beyond what you do not understand. Yeah. So clock that. And leave black people out of your mouth. Bye for now.